Hi everyone, bienvenidos a todos. Esta es la lección número 45. This is lesson number 5, everyone. En esta lección vamos a hablar sobre 3 nuevas cláusulas en inglés. Okay, we're going to talk about 3 new clauses in English que se llaman the clause of result. Okay, we say the clause of result in English. Number 2, the clause of concession. Okay, so the clause of concession. And number 3, the clause of purpose. All right, the clause of purpose. Entonces, ¿qué es una cláusula? Do you guys know? What is a clause? Una cláusula es el bloque de construcción básico de una oración que debe contener un sujeto y un verbo. Okay, so a subject and a verb. Una cláusula puede funcionar como una oración simple o puede unirse a otras cláusulas para formar oraciones complejas. En esta lección aprenderán a formar sus propias oraciones complejas. Okay? Así que primero veremos la cláusula de resultado. Okay, the clause of result, we say in English. Usamos las cláusulas de resultado para expresar el resultado de una acción o una conclusión. Entonces usaremos la forma so más un adjetivo, okay, an adjective, o an adverbio, okay, an adverb, plus the word that, okay? So we can also use the word that, okay? So, de vez en cuando se omite, okay, the word that. You can use it if you want, but if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. So, we have the word so, plus an adjective, plus an adverb, plus that, okay? For example, I was so excited that I called my family immediately. I was so excited. You know, excited is like, woohoo, okay? I was so excited that I called my family immediately, okay? Or you could say, I was so excited, okay? I called my family immediately, all right? So you don't have to use that. I was so excited, I called my family immediately. Yo estaba tan emocionado que llamé a mi familia inmediatamente. Inmediatamente significa immediately in English. Okay? También podemos utilizar la forma such más a or an más un adjetivo más un sustantivo más la palabra that. Okay? Again, such plus a or an plus an adjective plus a noun plus the word that. Okay? But again, like right here, you don't have to use that if you don't want to, okay? Especially in conversations with family and friends. Oftentimes we don't say that, okay? De vez en cuando, okay? It was such a windy day, okay? Ventoso, right? Windy day. That they decided to fly kites. You know kites when you have a string and the kite goes around like this and it's flying around in the sky? That's a kite. It was such a windy day that they decided to fly kites, okay? Fue un día tan ventoso que ellos decidieron, that they decided, okay, volar cometas. Volar cometas is to fly kites. So it was such a windy day that they decided to fly kites. O pueden decir, it was such a windy day, they decided to fly kites. Again, without that. It was such a windy day, they decided to fly kites, okay? Fue un día tan ventoso que ellos decidieron volar cometas. Recuerden que en inglés a menudo omitimos la palabra that, okay? Like I said in English, mientras decimos nuestra cláusula. Como, it was such a windy day, they decided to fly kites, okay? It was such a windy day, I was so excited, I called my family immediately, okay? So, you don't have to use that, okay? We omit it, okay? Omitir, to admit, okay? Ahora que hemos aprendido nuestra primera cláusula, pasemos a la segunda cláusula, okay? So, let's go on to the second clause, okay? La cláusula de concesión. Okay? The clause of concession se utiliza para expresar contraste u oposición a la cláusula principal. Okay? Veamos algunos ejemplos. All right? So, all right. So, primero usamos la forma although or even though. Okay? Más el subject. Okay? Sujeto. Plus a verb. Okay? Un verbo. Again, although or even though plus subject plus a verb. All right? So, although she knew the answer to the teacher's, oops, we need an apostrophe. Although she knew the answer to the teacher's question, she was too shy to raise, right? To raise her hand. Okay? Although she knew the answer to the teacher's question, she was too shy to raise her hand. Shy is like, you know, when you're not confident. Okay? Oftentimes, little kids, they're very shy. Okay? In this case, the girl, she is too shy. She's too shy that in class, she doesn't raise her hand. Right? So this is to raise your hand, like in school. All right, so let's go ahead and translate. So although is like aunque, right? Aunque she knew the answer to the teacher's question. So aunque ella sabía la respuesta a la pregunta del profesor, okay, of the professor or the teacher, she was too shy to raise her hand. Okay, so era demasiado tímida. Okay, tímida is like shy. In this case, tímida, para levantar su mano, okay, to raise her hand, right? She was too shy to raise her hand. También pueden decirlo al revés, colocando estas palabras en el medio de la oración, okay? So, por ejemplo, we take although or even though and we put it in the middle of the sentence, okay? So we can have, she was too shy to raise her hand, even though, okay, even though we have it right here, even though, or although, even though she knew the answer to the teacher's question. Okay, yeah, that's fine. She was too shy to raise her hand, even though she knew the answer to the teacher's question. Or you can say although, okay? She was too shy to raise her hand, although she knew the answer to the teacher's question. Okay? And in this one right here, en este ejemplo, we can say, podemos decir, even though she knew the answer to the teacher's question, she was too shy to raise her hand. Okay? So, again, it's switched, right? Switch. We have although and even though in the middle of the sentence, en el medio de la oración. All right, so, ella era demasiado tímida para levantar su mano a pesar de que sabía la respuesta a la pregunta del profesor. Okay, even though she knew the answer to the teacher's question. Okay, asegúrense de colocar la coma antes de las palabras although y even though cuando las pongan en el medio de la oración. Okay, por ejemplo, we have a comma right here. She was too shy to raise her hand. Okay, comma, right? Comma. And then we put although or even though after the comma. Okay, comma, even though, or comma, although she knew the answer to the teacher's question. This right here, this is not a comma. Okay, this is an apostrophe for teacher's question. Okay, I'll put it down here. Teacher's question. Okay, so make sure you put the comma before although or even though. All right. Además, me parece que en Estados Unidos normalmente usamos la palabra even though, okay, cuando se coloca en el medio de la oración. Realmente no usamos although en medio de una oración en conversaciones informales. Okay, so I think in informal conversations with mom and dad and your friends, I think American speakers use even though more. Okay, she was too shy to raise her hand, even though she knew the answer to the teacher's question. But if we're more formal, maybe you could say, she was too shy to raise her hand, although she knew the answer to the teacher's question. You can say it, but in informal conversations, we say, even though she knew the answer to the teacher's question. Okay? So, that's it. Pero al principio de la oración, solemos decir ambos. Okay? You could say both. You could say, although she knew the answer to the teacher's question, or you could say, even though she knew the answer to the teacher's question. Okay? Ambos. You can use both. All right. A continuación tenemos in spite of or despite plus un sustantivo plus a noun in the ing form. Okay? So ing form. Despite the cold weather, we went swimming. Despite the cold weather, we went swimming. A pesar del clima frío, fuimos a nadar. Despite the cold weather, okay, despite or in spite of, it's like a pesar de, okay, a pesar del clima frío, despite the cold weather, in spite of the cold weather, we went swimming, okay, fuimos a nadar. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, también pueden decir in spite of or despite plus the fact, okay, and then we have the word that, like right here and right here, okay. He denied his involvement despite the fact that he was caught on camera. Again, he denied his involvement in spite of the fact that he was caught on camera, okay. Now remember that right here? He denied his involvement despite the fact he was caught on camera. He denied his involvement in spite of the fact he was caught on camera. Okay? So, in this case, it translates to like, él negó su participación a pesar de que fue captado por la cámara. Okay? Despite the fact he was caught on camera. Okay? Fue captado. He was caught on the camera. Okay? Bien. Ahora que hemos aprendido la cláusula de resultado, the clause of result, okay? And we also learned the clause of concession as well. Aprendamos la cláusula de propósito. Okay, let's learn the clause of purpose. In English, we say the clause of purpose. Okay, so la cláusula de propósito, the clause of purpose in English, se utiliza para mostrar el propósito de una oración o de una acción. Okay, la primera forma es so as not. Okay, en la forma negativa, okay, podemos decir not, okay, en el medio, so as to, or so as not to, o pueden decir in order to, or en la forma negativa, in order not to, okay, so let's look at the sentence. He drove fast so as to get to work on time. Or you could say, he drove fast in order to get to work on time. So, él condujo rápido para llegar al trabajo a tiempo. En este caso, el verbo to get to work, okay, so to get to work, okay, significa llegar al trabajo, okay, or to arrive to work, llegar al trabajo. Okay, so, veamos la siguiente forma. We have so that más las palabras can, may, and will. Okay, again, so that plus can, may, and will. For example, you should go see the doctor so that he can tell you what is wrong. Okay, we have a problem here. You should go see the doctor so that he can tell you what is wrong. Okay, let me fix that. We have what, okay, W-H-A-T. Again, you should go see a doctor so that he can tell you what is wrong, okay? Usamos esta forma para hablar sobre algo en el futuro, okay? We use this to talk about something that's going to happen, like, in the future, okay? So, deberías, right? You should go. Deberías ir. You should go, okay? And then to see, how do you say see? Ver, okay? Deberías ir a ver al doctor, okay, to the doctor, or we don't say to the doctor in English, we just say you should go see the doctor, okay, so deberías ir a ver al doctor para que pueda decirte qué pasa, so that he can tell you, okay, what is wrong or what is happening, okay, like, ¿qué te pasa? What is wrong? What is happening to you? Okay, so you should go see the doctor so that he can tell you what is wrong, or you say you should go see the doctor so that he'll tell you what is wrong. Okay, so if we want to use, for example, we want to say, let me grab this. We want to use the word will. You can use the word will, but we'll put it right here so that he'll, then we'll get rid of can, tell you what is wrong. Okay? You should go see the doctor so that he'll tell you what is wrong. He will tell you what is wrong. Okay? Y finalmente tenemos number 3, so that plus the word could, might, or would. Okay, so it's similar to this one. Okay, but this one we're talking about future. Okay, the future. Here we're talking more about the past. Okay, so usamos esta forma para hablar sobre algo que sucedió en el pasado. Something that happened in the past. For example, they signed up for karate classes so that they could learn how to defend themselves. They signed up for karate classes so that they could learn how to defend themselves. So in this case, we say, ellos se inscribieron, right? They signed themselves up en clases de karate, right? In karate classes, para aprender a defenderse. All right, to learn how to defend themselves, okay, defenderse, to defend oneself. All right, they signed up for karate classes so that they could learn, how to defend themselves. Or you could say they signed up for karate classes so that they would learn how to defend themselves. Or they signed up for karate classes so they might, okay? Might is like, I wonder. Are they going to learn how to defend themselves? Might. It's a possibility. We're not sure. Okay? So they might learn how to defend themselves. So you could say could, might, or would. All right? So we're talking about the future and we're talking about the past. Okay? And we're talking, in this one, we're talking about just a fact in the present. He drives. It's a general fact. He drove fast. That's it. General fact. He drove fast, so as to get to work on time. Okay? All right, my friends, eso es todo por esta lección sobre cláusulas, right? The clause of result, the clause of concession, and the clause of purpose. So these are clauses 1, 2, and 3 in the English language. So very, very good. Gran trabajo. Very, very good. Estamos casi al final de esta serie sobre gramática inglesa. Si les gustó, asegúrense de dar me gusta y suscribirse. Okay? Please like and subscribe. Eso realmente me ayudará. This will really help me, guys. So thank you very much. Gracias por ver y hasta la próxima. See you next time. Bye.